testament to the hubris of men thinking that anybody would care about anything I had to say about anything. But hey, we'll see. I want to talk a little bit about chickens. Gold. Doge. Liking a lot of what I'm seeing coming out of the Doge. It almost seems too good to be true. The thing that everyone's been talking about for years and years about government fraud, waste, abuse. No one's ever actually done anything about it, it seems. Now it seems like somebody actually is doing something about it. I'm feeling very optimistic. Doge going in, finding about all the waste, supposedly putting a stop to it. Talking about RFK, trying to get some of the poisons out of our food. Maybe do some real studies on the effectiveness of vaccines, or maybe not necessarily the effectiveness, but the effect that they might have. And sure, one, it's perfectly safe. What happens when you take 30? So I'm feeling pretty optimistic about what's going on recently, which is odd because I'm usually a very pessimistic person. I'm always expecting the worst. I always said, if you expect the worst, then you'll never be disappointed. So here's hoping for the best. Chickens for a while now. Enjoy the quote-unquote free eggs. They're not free. Chickens cost a bunch of money. The feed isn't free. Avian bird flu that's caused us to cull millions of chickens over the last few years. It really feels like there's a concerted effort to food supply chain like the United States. Almost like someone's in the middle with us. We just don't even know it. All the distribution places that have burnt down, planes flying into buildings. Catching these food distribution places on fire, their HVAC systems going haywire. I don't know, it all just doesn't quite sit right with me. Maybe it's the media thing where, a thing happens all the time and you just don't realize it. Then the media decides to put a magnifying glass over it. All of a sudden it seems like it's a problem now, when it's just always been a thing. Maybe that's what it was over the past few years, just the media decided to pay attention. Expert. Wish I had the time and the resources to do a deep dive. I'm just a guy. Just a weird guy on the internet. Mad man. Ramblings of screaming into the void. Interesting to see what's going on with the gold. was fortunate enough to be making pretty good money a few years back. Didn't know what to do with a bank account full of money. So I just started buying some things that I thought might hold value. Gold was one, and some silver. And I just checked. I wasn't even paying attention for a while. Gold is nearly $3,000 an ounce. I don't feel that gold is increasing in value. The trouble is that the American dollar is decreasing in value as opposed to an ounce of gold. It kind of feels like an ounce of gold is always worth what an ounce of gold is worth. Since the beginning, whenever we started valuing gold, it's always been worth an ounce of gold. The medium of exchange has changed. It's increased in its value, it's decreased in its value. Obviously manipulated by the government. Maybe it's rising because of market fears. Because Doge is talking about going into inches. I've been since I was a kid that there's nothing in $4. It's almost like on the show Game of Thrones, they went into that city. The one man said he was the richest man there and eventually opened his vault. It was supposedly this impenetrable vault. They paid thieves and safecrackers to try and open it. Nobody could open it. Only he was able to open it. Well, they forced him to open it, and when he opened it, it was empty. It feels like that. What's going to happen if they open Fort Knox and there's no gold in there? I've been hearing for well over a year about how countries that were holding gold in like banks in London were repatriating all the gold that they can. Possession is 9/10 of the law. World War III breaks out. Gold. The bank is like, what gold? I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you going to do? Try and invade London and get your gold back? I've heard countries like China have been buying every ounce of gold they can get their hands on. Countries have been repatriating the gold. Just heard today that United States banks are repatriating their gold, supposedly bringing gold that they held in the banks of London back to the United States. Like, is it all in anticipation of us opening up the doors of Fort Knox, opening up the vault door, and seeing nothing? Or we had to scramble to try and put something in there to make it not look so bad? What's going to happen to the stock market if they open those doors and there's nothing in there? It's going to crash. So the value of gold is going to skyrocket or it's going to plummet. Well, it's already skyrocketing. I'm here for it. I say I own some. I listened to one economic quote-unquote expert. They speculated that gold could reach 60,000 an ounce within the next few years. What would have to happen? I would like to see a breakdown of that. What would have to happen to make that true? I was full well not expecting anyone to be in here. We got Quack Attack, Maccabeus Everyday Survival. What's up, guys? Not gonna be able to read the chats. Doing a naughty thing. I shouldn't be live streaming while driving. It's just like talking on the phone. That's the difference. People do that every day. To turn on live, I was feeling a little lonely, a little sleepy. Thought maybe this might stimulate the brain. Talk about weird things. I usually do a lot of consuming YouTube. It gets kind of boring. Chamber for so long. A lot of the guys that I like to hang out and listen to, we're all like mind. We have very similar ideas. Sometimes I just want to unplug completely. Not even think about what's going on. Politics, the state of the world. Listen to music sometimes, and then that kind of puts you to sleep. Depending on the kind of songs that come on. And even listening to some of my YouTube channels, they've got like a low monotone voice, kind of like mine. Put you to sleep. That guy Dan Bongino. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. I used to purposefully listen to his podcast while I went to sleep. So you can put me to sleep. Yeah. Says nobody's in here. I have a couple comments. Somebody throw something in there. What are we going to talk about? Let me touch back on my chicken topic. I kind of glossed over it. I heard that there's a pharmaceutical company has come up surface. That sounds like an excellent thing. Let's stop, letting the chickens get sick. But after the last few years, I don't know. I just don't trust anybody. But we should probably study the effects of what happens if you vaccinate a chicken and then humans start eating their eggs. What is that? Is it going to be an mRNA vaccine? Is it going to reprogram the chicken's DNA? Kind of reminds me of a joke I heard when I was a kid. Here they genetically modified a chicken, make it have 6 legs for people who like drumsticks. Then you're supposed to ask, well, that's interesting. How does it taste? They say, nobody can't catch the chicken. What's that vaccine? Like, what are the effects going to have on humans consuming the eggs, or if they're using it on the meat birds, what's it going to do to the humans that consume that meat? If you know anything about factory farming, you probably wouldn't eat chicken anyway. The abysmal conditions that those chickens are in before they're harvested. I used to drive a reefer truck. We would pick up at those chicken places. The smell of those places was sickening. If you've ever seen one of those chickens that somehow pop out of the cage along the road, like they've never known anything but that cage their whole life, they just sit there and wait to die. They don't know what to do with their freedom. I don't know, that's a scary thing thinking about the possibilities of what could happen if they start vaccinating chickens. Like I said, on the surface it seems like a good thing. Like I said before, I'm a pessimistic person. I gotta hope for the best, but always expect the worst. Says I got another person on here again. Give me a topic, something to talk about. Chat awfully fast. Oh my God, 18 minutes. If I don't come up with something profound here in the next few minutes, I'm going to shut it down. I don't even know if you guys can even hear me very well. I guess I'll watch this later, see how it works. I can talk about trucker life a little bit. It kind of sucks. I don't think it was as bad. I used to drive teams with my wife. At least there was a little bit of conversation. When I was in training, it was kind of annoying how my trainer was always on the phone with his buddies. Now I get it. I was under a lease contract with the first trucking company I worked for. I got my license through them. And then once I was finished with training, signed a lease on a truck for the first year or two. It was awesome. Making boatloads of money. Pretty much had the freedom. You could go whenever you felt like it, or whenever you could afford it. Because that truck payment kept coming, no matter if you were running or not. So basically, you were saving up an emergency fund just to take a couple of days off. Then we had a grandbaby. The wife was none too happy about being out on the road weeks at a time and not being able to see the grandbaby. Plus, I could see the market was softening considerably, so we decided not to sign another lease when our lease was up. We just turned the truck in. We got a nice little chunk of change through a lease completion bonus. I say bonus because that's what they called it. It wasn't a bonus, it was my money that they held. Ended up being $27,000 or something like that. But they hold back anything that's wrong with the truck. So they take it out of that money. Which was kind of bullshit. They charged me for paint chips on a truck with 500,000 miles on it. Like, that seems like normal wear and tear to me. You can't drive 500,000 miles on the road and not have stone chips in the hood. I had already replaced the windshield. They charged me for one of the side mirrors being loose, which is funny because I paid to have that mirror replaced like a year prior because the truck hit me. Messed up my mirrors, bent the deer guard on the front. Body shop told me they were so busy, just go have the shop replace it. Unfortunately, you'll have to front the money, but then you'll get reimbursed. So I said, the hell with it. I went and paid. It was like $3,000. I have those two mirrors and the deer guard replaced. Guess what? Never got fucking reimbursed. So I paid for that mirror twice. Plus, they charged me $600 for a steering wheel. Ended up being somewhere in the neighborhood of $5,000 they charged me when I turned the truck in. And I made it a point to take very good care of the truck. So we finished that lease, we came home. My wife just started working a local job, not truck driving. I went and found a local truck driving job. It's been fun being home. I've been working nights since I started working local. That gets old fast. Trying to sleep during the day. Been doing it for close to a year now, and I'm still not used to it. I don't like it. But the job I'm on now, I only work 4 days a week. So it's almost like having 3-day weekends every week. You actually come home the morning of one of the days, one of your quote-unquote days off. For the most part, I usually just power it out without going to sleep. Then at the end of the day, I'm about to die. I'm so tired. So technically, one of your days off, you just want to use sleep the whole day. So it's even really a day off. Every once in a while, they ask you to work another day, and it's like, oh great, now I get one day off. But I'm not just sleeping. Looks like here in the next few weeks, I'm hoping as soon as possible, I will be back out on the road with my wife. Sticking with the same company I am now, they have a run that goes out to Arizona and back once a week. Pays better. It's substantially better for me. It'll be a couple $100 extra a week. But for what my wife is making now, working her job, it is two of us, we should be able to start putting money back again. Ever since we leasing the truck, we haven't been able to put any money back to actually spend some of our savings. Of course, it doesn't help that the price of everything is going crazy. We like to go to this Second Chance grocery store. It has all the things that are getting close to expiration, or maybe the packaging is a little crinkled or whatnot. You used to be able to go up there and fill up 2, 3, 4 parts of groceries for like $300-400. Now it's like 1 cart of groceries for $300-400. That's even the discount place. Yeah, I don't even like looking at the grocery bill. Walmart.com order that my wife likes to put in every couple of days. It'd be nice to be working together with my wife. She's weird. She loves me. She likes being around me still. After almost 25 years, she still likes being around me. I must be doing something right. It'd be nice to spend more time with her and be making better money for the both of us. Get some stuff paid off. Says I got 2 people watching, 4 likes. What do you want to talk about? Throw something in the comments. I'm going to shut her down here in about 30 minutes if I don't get something. Go off and start talking about all my hobbies. I like to make holsters, 3D printing, engraving, like reloading equipment, bullet casting equipment. I even have a forge, a little mini forge. Every time I go out in the garage to do one of my hobbies, my sons have completely wrecked the place working on my cars and motorcycles. So I gotta clean my garage before I can use it. And by the time I'm done cleaning my garage, I'm exhausted. I don't want to do what I want them to do. Right now there's 2 motorcycles side by side, and all my tools and benches in the garage. You can't hardly walk through there right now. It's been too cold to clean it out. Hopefully spring gets here soon. I'm over this cold weather, especially this cold snap that we're in and about to be going through. guess who's a night owl like me, and figure out how to invite people on my lives. And then at least there'll be a little bit of a conversation. Stimulation here. I'll go ahead and cut it off. I'll take it easy. Eat what you prep what you eat. 2 is 1, 1 is none. 3 is for me. If you've already got 4, that's 1 more. Peace.